Hello everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play The Legend of Blacksilver. It's the same day as the last video, it's just a few hours later. The part just got completed down, so I have a good memory of what we did in the last episode, which was this. We walked around, purchased some more spells, showed the increased price of them, some of them, because we used those silver coins. We picked up some decent swords, and walked back into the dungeon again, the Taragas mines, and did it a second time. We walked out with about 4,182 gold in profit after we repurchased the stuff that we had used during our run. Not bad. Off screen, I have walked around a bit, and I have redone the trap shoot and the Tryst game. We'll talk about that a little bit as we begin exploring for some time, but we did increase my stats. I guess we'll go ahead and cover that now. And then we'll go ahead and begin this episode. Assuming I remember how to focus on this window. Here we go. So, our dexterity is now 34. It used to be 30. Off screen, once again, I did the trap shoot game, and I did use some snapshots to help me get a better score, and we'll talk about that when we play. I had to get a significantly higher score than 16,000 points to get 34. I get the feeling 35 is probably the maximum, or maybe 36 is the maximum you could possibly get in the game. And good God, that's a tough score to get for your dexterity. We have a strength of 27, charisma of 20, endurance of 22, and intelligence of 36. I beat the champion, and then beat the master once. I lost to the master, and then I beat the master. So tough, very tough. Tryst is getting very difficult. We have some superb swords now. I think we had good swords when we last left off. And we have a single superb chainmail. And we have one good chainmail left over. We got all 30 life elixirs, which is to say we're maxed out on them. Nothing else really of note here, other than the amethyst gem that we're going to spend when we get down into the archives. And we've got 50 tongues of flame, 30 lightning bolts, 25 glow tips, and 15 armor enchants with 2 psychic protects and 4 light spells. I did not look at the psychic protects in the manual. I forgot. I'll have to do that in between this and next episode. Okay, what else? All right, so that's it. I think we're good to go, viewer. Let's go ahead then and get going. We're going to head right to the archive. And I should have disc 4 already in the drive. Good thing about snapshots, it doesn't require you having any particular disc in there, which lets me make this a little faster for us. All right, so we have one exhibit left in here that we have not yet examined. The Vase of Souls. Sounds very ominous, doesn't it? And we were warned that some of the exhibits in this place are dangerous. Well, nothing's been overly dangerous yet. And this is the only exhibit that I think we have left to view. I think it's around this corner to the right. Oh, not there. This is it. Oh, nope, not here either. Uh-oh. Do I not remember where it's located? This is it. The Vase of Souls. Let's give it an open. You haven't used this exhibit. 1 amethyst gem. The magical vase of Janter has been damaged by the earthquakes. We're sorry you can't see the vase in its original splendor. That is it! I remembered this the moment I saw it. The earthquakes are damaging some of the exhibits here in the temple. I really liked this exhibit in particular because it's linking what's happening above to what's happening down to the temple. Helping you remember, oh right, that's right, we have earthquakes going on. And things will be impacted by them as we play. There was never any danger here. We could open that with our first amethyst gem and it would have said the same thing. Sorry, if you've never seen this game before, I probably made it seem like we're going to be in some real trouble by opening that up. But no, we were never in any trouble. It's always damaged. I like always viewing it. Still, I think it's great for lore that you do so. That, and we don't really have anything else to spend our amethyst gem on. We can't partake in the Ethereum any longer, and there's no reason. We've got the climbing gear already. And to my knowledge, that is all of the exhibits done. Now, I realized off screen, by the way, that when we're walking around, when we enter a town, we get a little display that's very brief before we go into the town. Let's show you. I think if we go down here, you'll see it. Oh, Tingler. Let's kill the Tingler. And we'll head down here. Where is it? There's a town somewhere. Is it... Am I above the large lake? That's the town I want, right over there. I think this is the town. Yes, back to Ridgeport. I think this is it. We don't want to warp speed this because we want to see that text that shows up. We can talk about nothing else while this loads, apparently. Nothing else. Just gonna have to wait together, viewer. Man, warp speed really makes a difference. Thank you again, Vice emulator folks, for making this allow us to play this game, and for adding warp speed. Let's let me load in here. The Ridgeport Raft Shop says hello. Okay, that's been displayed to us whenever we walk into a town, but I'm using warp speed so it rapidly vanishes off our screen after we load in. This town contains the only raft shop that we can buy a raft from at this point in the game, and we should do it before we go to the Citadel. For no other reason than this is going to allow us to access another temple. Owl Temple. I don't think I've ever actually gone to this temple before the Citadel. So we definitely should go there because there'll be another game that we can play to raise a different stat. Oh, and a bank is here. Okay. How much do we have in here? 7,824. Okay. So let's visit all the shops here and see if we can buy a raft. By the off screen, I lost about 200 something bucks playing Dragon Wheel. I got double skulls. That sucked. And I bet 25. I bet 25 gold and lost 125, and I'd spun the wheel already a few times. So that hurt a little bit. For funds. Effectively, we opened 2 or 3 chests in that dungeon for nothing. With how much money I lost in Dragon Wheel. Still like it. I still like spinning the wheel. Hit me weapons. Shoddy sword. We have 2 superb swords, so we don't need any of those. Hurt me armor. Hit me, hurt me. These were in Legacy of the Ancients too, if I recall correctly. We're wearing superb chainmail when we have an extra suit of good. So we don't need any of that. We walked in here, right? We just came out of this place. I don't remember. We did. Okay. This is the odd job building, so we don't need to go in there. Okay, Bay Travel Marina. Want to buy a boat for 218 gold? Yeah. Boat purchased. Worried outside. Been a while since we've been on a boat in one of these games. What was that? Like 6 months ago or so when we played Legacy? Food. We should buy more food. 89 days. This is the spells shop. And we don't need any spells. Well, we do. We need lots of spells, but we're not buying them here. Okay. It says a raft, but it looks like a sailboat, so we'll assume that's what it is. We have not seen any of the water creatures. I remember there being like a really good-looking sea serpent over in, well, a place we can't get to quite yet. I don't remember what's over here, though, so let's see what sea monsters are present. Ooh, look at that thing! A night owl. A giant face. Oh, I wonder. I assumed the scroll was talking about monsters inside the dungeon. Maybe the giant... Kill quickly the gaping maw? Oh, shiny broadaxe. And that's not very good, but, you know, it's still free money. We'll sell it over at Crystal Summit. Maybe it meant a creature in the above world. Hawk Temple. Oh, I call this Owl Temple. I'm constantly getting those two confused. All right. I think I have Warp Speed turned on already, don't I? I must not. It's taking too long. Okay. All right. Outside Hawk Temple. Just like all the temples, there's a Seeker, a Game Master, a Magician to help you increase your skills, an Empath, and the Priest. So we don't need to go into any of the places that don't have something we are interested in. We don't need to buy any life elixirs. We're maxed out. We will have ourselves healed here. I am the cleric of the Great Hawk Temple. Please understand that you are a visitor to a shrine of the wonderful gods of Bantros. How much tribute do you offer? 12 gold? I only want 9. May your life be preserved. Would you like to tour the archives for 500? Now, we have no gem that is used there, so we don't need to do so at the moment. Different types of gems are used in this archive. I cannot remember what they are, though. Okay, there's the Seeker. He's looking, obviously, for a hawk symbol. Empath is down the dark, winding passage there. Do you wish to play Hard Rock Melee for 100 gold? Sure. Okay, I can try to summarize the instructions without us having to read them. And hopefully I do a better job than I did in Trist. That was awful. I forgot how Trist worked almost entirely beyond the fact that you move stones around the board. So, we are playing a dude who's going to be carrying a basket. We can go left and right across the screen. On top of the screen, it will drop things down on top of us. It'll be, well, you'll see. We have to dodge the rocks. They'll hit us for 1 point of damage. Dodge the swirling blades. They hurt us for, I think, 3 points of damage. But gather the gold coins that drop. We want to we score based upon the amount of coins we've collected and then deposited into chests, which are on the far left and far right side of the screen, if I recall correctly. So here we go. Round 1. By the way, you can take up to 5 hits, and then you're dead. Got 1 coin. The chest we're allowed to dump these off into is here. Now we have to go to the other one. We can only drop the coins in the lit chests. Oops. If you have coins left over, and it ends... for a stage, you don't get any credit for those coins. Oop, I missed that one. There's no timer, but eventually the rocks will stop falling. I think you get more points the more of them that you're carrying, because I remember trying to constantly carry a ton of them. Our score's 11. You guys will have to help me track how many points we're getting for this. We're probably almost done with this stage. I think I had 4 and we earned 4 points there. Feels like this should have... Okay, there we go. This stage is ending. As the stages go increase in difficulty... the things drop faster. End of round 1. Score 23. 5-hit bonus, earn 5 more points. New score is 28. Hits do not, I believe, recover in between stages. So once you have 5 hits, that's it. They end the game. Drop that right there. More and more of the spinning blades will drop compared to rocks as the difficulty increases. As the coins you pick up increase, your speed begins to decrease. I think there is a bonus. Between for the amount of coins that you have before you dump them into the chest. Oh, okay. So let's talk about trap shoot a little bit while we're doing this. So I did use the whatchamacallit. Whatchamacallit? I don't know what to call it. I did use save states to help me with it. I probably reloaded, I'm going to guess, about 20 times. And I earned a total score of, like, I think it was 24,000? So 24 or 26. It was quite a bit more than my original 16,000. And I only earned 4 more points of endurance. Dexterity. So they're not... Ooh, took a hit there. Our first hit. So they're not really expecting you, it would seem, to me, to be able to get a super high score to increase your dexterity too much further than 30. It was very difficult to get that amount. And I did not, like, when I reloaded, eventually, after about, like, maybe rank 20, I stopped reloading. I was like, whatever happens now, we're just going to fail. If I miss the triples and what have you. And I missed probably 2 triples right there at the very end. But what was interesting to me, though, in it, is that what it shoots out is random. Like, I don't think, when I would reload, depending upon when I did it, I would not get the same number of traps that would be shot out. Oh, I missed that coin altogether. And only near the very end did I have a series of traps that was just 1 in number. They were almost always double or triples. So I thought that was interesting. I thought there was like a total number of traps that it fired. And it would split them evenly between single traps or like triples. Like, well, I'm not making much sense there. Also because I'm trying to concentrate on this. So like, for example, I thought X number of shots were 1 single trap, and others were like doubles, and others were triple. But it seems to be random, which is very interesting to me. Since then you could just get unlucky with the number of traps that actually get fired for an entire bout of them. Oh, those are 3 coins you missed over there. Let's see. We'll get this coin. For Trist, the game is much... I mentioned that the game seemed to be easier the higher difficulty level it was. That is not the case. No, the Master is very smart compared to... Oh, come on. I need to get it over here. Compared to the earlier ones. Can we get 2 more of them in here? Maybe 3? Okay. Just one more. I think 153 is the highest I've had in this game. So I'll be happy if we can get that here. It gets significantly faster very soon. Oh, that's it. Oh, okay, we're done. Okay. Yep. So 153 sounds about right for my maximum. What I've got max here in the past. Okay, 39's fine. No, I'm good. Just like all the games, if you do worse, you get a worse score when you are done. Okay, that will help us in the castle. We will take less damage now. So what do we have? We had 22 endurance, I think? Or 27? No, we had 27 strength, 22 endurance. So we gained 17 points of endurance. All right, now we are definitely looking like a hero. I do think it's a little odd that improves your endurance score. I guess it's because of you carrying the coins. It's like you're carrying something heavy. The coins are pretty big. It'd be interesting if you gained endurance based on the number of coins you had carried at one point in the basket. Like, that contributed somehow to your total score. Otherwise, I would have imagined it would be the rocks actually hitting you. That would increase your endurance score. But what's that? I don't own the game, but I think there's a game called, I think it's called Kenshi, where like your stats improve when you, like your hit points improve when you take damage, and so on. I've heard in that game, which means that you want to take damage, so they increase. I think our boat stays there. I think. And here's a citadel right next to us. Perfect. Okay, so let's save the game first, just in case we run into trouble, which we shouldn't. I have not backed up my save file today. We're going to do that soon. Okay. The drawbridge is up. You may wish to lower it. We'll use our rope and pulley. Okay, so let's get our spells in effect. All right, and our armor enchant is ready in use. Thankfully, you do not waste spells if you are already enchanted via glow tip or armor enchant, or I think even psychic protect or nimble step. It tells you that, hey, you already have this spell. We're not going to let you waste a spell. We can't. I don't believe there's any way for us to tell that the spells are in effect by looking at our inventory. Thankfully, the game will just tell you if that was the case. We have a chest to open on the way out, apparently. We might decide to do that. I can't remember if the downstairs guards are active when you begin fighting the upstairs guards, so we'll see that right now. I do not think the mage has anything more to sell us, but since we are here, let's visit him first. There's quite a few chests that have money back in them again. I think it was the black key. Behold the mage. We have no more business. Begone. Fair enough. Doesn't want to be disturbed. $3,000 gold for that 5 strength back. My goodness. We can use our iron key. Guards still do not care. Alright, Mr. Jester, who I thought was a fool. I was the fool, thinking that. I don't think we use the loot here. I think we just speak with him and we automatically give it back to him. Similar to how... Well, actually, no, we haven't done something... The verse of Syllable the Jester. You returned the loot for which I did yearn. Now here is a special prize I give in return. There's a magical teleport that shimmers with hue. If you know how to use it, you can simply step through. The password is rainbow. This word you must speak. Onward lies your destiny, if excitement you seek. I forgot what the password was, so there's no way we would ever guess it. We'll speak with him again on the way out. I don't think there's anything else he'll give us or we can pay him for. I think this was the only effective purpose while he was there. Same thing as before, viewer. We have to navigate the floor. You can, I suppose, do this from the other side as well. I don't know which side is faster. It's like the moment you step on one of these tiles, you'll forever change it to that blue color, assuming it was that blue color when you step onto it. I think it says private level when we go upstairs, and I think the guards are immediately hostile. I am tempted to step on one of these tiles, but we won't do so. Okay. Oh, the rainbow's even different colored. And viewer, I think it's been 8 years. I think it's been 8 years. It's the last time I played the game. Alright, let's take a look around. The Citadel in secure rooms, next to a small flickering chamber. Have some big chairs up here. Another fireplace. Some more stuffed monster heads. Oh, okay. They're not hostile. This is Mandrake's chambers, his throne room, effectively. Our keys not open that door. We have more chests and other guards. So the fact that we don't have the key to open that would hint to me that we're going to have to start opening chests. I guess we could just start fighting, right? There's no reason not to. We're going to fight all the guards here eventually. So instead of exploring the level first and then opening chests and fighting guards, we'll just start the festivities right away. Let's see how tough these guards are. Tougher than the ones downstairs. Much tougher. All right, we need to make sure we're only attacked by one guard at a time. My goodness, much tougher. Looks like they have about 100 hit points. Which means they're not quite serfs. But they do hit harder than we did at the beginning of the game. Oh, we gotta run over here. Okay. Now that we've killed a few guards, I mean, we should have done this earlier. Let's use some laggard vapors. Uncork laggard vapors. The fumes drift away. $165 gold. Yep, we might as well start looting. Now watch the guards as we move around. Notice the guard there by the table. He didn't move. He turned, but didn't move. The laggard vapor affected him such that he passed his movement. He would not, and he did so again and again. There he did not do. Now he moved forward normally. We will use a second laggard vapors here. I believe, I'm not sure, but I believe that the effect is more pronounced the more of them that you use. I don't believe it ever runs out until you leave the level. So it should affect the guards here on this floor for the entirety of our adventure. It would have been really useful for the initial battle because we could have been moving away and the guards may have stumbled over each other a little bit more, allowing me to avoid taking on multiple guards at the same time. Later on in the game, you will get a ranged weapon. I think there's a bow and arrow, and I think there's a second ranged weapon, a crossbow, I think, in the game. They basically work just like the spells you see me casting them, like Magic Flame, only there is no, you don't, obviously, well, maybe not so obviously, there's no ammo that you have to worry about. You have an infinite amount of arrows. Might as well loot it. We're going to kill all the guards while we're up here. This will show them for buying that staff on Amazon or eBay. Well, if you're just going to stand there, we'll bolt you a bit. Nice. Rip into that guard. We have plenty of these, so we'll use them to soften up these guards. Take advantage of the laggard vapors that we've set loose. I do say that I really disagree with the idea of using these violet sofas, especially with the floor coloring underneath of them. So we're going to punish Mantrick for having awful taste and an awful interior designer who put these hideously colored sofas in his castle. 155 gold. And now that we've started the activities, we may as well loot every single chest. Silver coin! I forgot we get silver coins in chests. That would make sense, given how many of them we still have to open. And that's the main entrance. I do wonder if it's possible to plan your route. I mean, it must be, to avoid having to fight every single guard, but we're going to end up wiping them all out. Oh, look at the piano. My goodness, that's amazing. Next to a piece of furniture. Even has the note sheets. Is that what it is? Up there. Look at that. Well done, Doherty Brothers. That looks fantastic. Ooh, a door. I think this is a door. Can we open this with one of our keys? Not our black key. Our iron key opens the door, though. Let's kill more guards first. Oh, we'll keep blasting. Can always do... Oh, that was a mistake. We can always do that dungeon again. We'll show you this as well. This is a waste, but we'll show you. So, magic flames do less damage as do lightning bolts the further they travel. At least I'm under the assumption that they do. Yep. I do like that the greater the distance, the change of the sound, like the more whiny the sound is for the spells. Really, forget you, guard. Was that missed 5 times in a row? We'll go ahead and just use a magic flame then to finish you off. He must use some save states for his trap shoot too. Of course, we use a glue tip. Ooh, yellow life. Okay, we will use a life elixir. There was no way we're going to clear out this level without using at least 1. We're probably going to end up using 4, I'm guessing. Then I can't remember if the downstairs guards are active. I'm pretty sure they are. Oh, look at that! There's a person in there. I like his beard. Should we talk with him right now? We'll talk with him on the way out. Actually, no. No, we'll talk with him now. Come on, let's do it. We're right here. I think most of the people up here want money, which is another reason why we should absolutely, 100%, absolutely open up all the chests we find. I didn't bring too much money with me, so we're going to rely on these chest gold to pay for things. This is the illusionist, I think, isn't it, Tim? I don't remember. I think it is. I go by the name of Lomar the Loon. I can sell you a fine tattoo for 1,500 gold. Which would you like? Oh, this. Well, we know that seekers are looking for things that resemble the temples they are in. We want the hawk tattoo. Now you have a hawk tattoo on your arm for all to see. I've never gotten one of the other ones. I do not think they do anything for you. You just wasted your money. And because I've never gotten any of the other ones, I do not know if you can even override it. Technically, for example, we never had to talk with the mage downstairs in order to repurchase the strength that we lost. So, I'm guessing that if you get the wrong tattoo, which is to say the turtle or dove tattoo, they do nothing for you at all, I'm guessing, and you can't undo that decision. You spent $1,500 for nothing. You can probably walk up. Ooh, there's quite a few guards here. We'll walk over this direction to get to some safety. Okay, let's start blasting them. Let's use a lightning bolt on this one. Love that sound effect. Right, you don't want to use too many of them. Yeah, but I don't want to take hits either, Tim. Not too many hits. Oh, we have even more guards. Let's let them get a little closer. Oh, he may stay there. It just occurs to me, it'd be kind of funny if, when they die, if they actually make that sound. That right there. It's such a satisfying sound to hear when they die. 310 gold. All right, not bad. Back up to 1,500. Oh, uh-oh. Raced for the doorway, Tim. Thank you, Laggard Vapors. Okay, you can fight this one. Let's see, 40-something hit points, 60 hit points. They have about 80 hit points, it would look like. Oh, can we, do you think, talk with the loon again? I don't know if I've ever even tried that. I figure it's going to stand there, choking on the line, blast you. That right there, guys, that is an elf. You can tell because he's wearing green. I'm pretty sure that, I forget what his name is, but I remember the puzzle he presents to us. It has been so long, but even the first time I talked with them, I thankfully had answered correctly. 410 gold, not bad. I think he wants at least 1,000 in order to present us with the puzzle. Silver coin. 165 bucks. Oh, we can't get to him from here. Okay, we missed a turn to reach him. We'll reach him. We'll get to him in this episode eventually. Like the planter here. Kind of really like long meandering path to get to this side of the castle. Let's use another healing herb. Sorry, life elixir. Yeah, let's blast them. We'll let this guard walk up a bit. So satisfying. I love the sound effects in this game. Absolutely amazing job. I haven't done the calculation to determine if it's more money efficient to use Tongues of Flame or just walk up fight and end up relying on life elixirs. These are, what, 28 each? So 10 of these is the equivalent of 1 life elixir. Takes 3 to kill a guard. Oh, nice. 3 silver coins so far. Sorry, not speaking. What else can we talk about, viewer? What else is going on here? I'm still, what do we talk about? I was tempted to play some point-and-click adventures for the channel. I kind of want to play through the Space Quest series. I played through the Quest for Glory series on my channel a few times. And I was tempted also to play the 5th one of those, but I don't have the save disc for my characters for the Quest for Glory games. I could play through those again, but I don't know if I want to. Like, I'd probably look for a cheat engine, cheat table. Or I'd input the cheats. What is it? Erasmus's Razzle Dazzle Root Beer, and was it Blue Frog or something for the second one? So I could have increased stats, so I don't have to I don't have to practice my spells, because I would use the same type of character that I always use. A fighter with spells who eventually becomes a full wizard in Quest for Glory 4. But I never played through the 5th one of those. And I've heard interesting things about it. It hasn't aged well compared to the other ones, because they went with 3-dimensional 3D graphics for it. And, well, I remember being pretty disappointed. Once again, when it comes to the Quest for Glory series and Space Quest, I do like that they tried new things. They went with better, arguably, graphics or graphic engines as the years went by, which I like. In the Quest for Glory series, they mixed up the combat in each of the games to try different things, and I like that too. But I did like Heroes Quest 2's combat the most out of all the combats in the game, followed by 1 as the second one I enjoyed the most, and then 3 and 4 was my least favorite combat. It's really hard because they made it into a well you guys know what I'm talking about. I was not a fan of the fighting game like a Street Fighter mechanic in a PC computer game that required me using the keyboard to play it. You can't use the joystick for that game. And even if you could, it's not smooth. It is real time, but it's not smooth real time, so it feels awkward. But I did enjoy that they tried to do something new. Ooh, viewer, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom very soon, so we're gonna probably put a small break here. Actually, maybe I can wait a little bit. Another guard. Something I like very much is when games attempt something, well, unique. And or if they take something that existed and improved upon it in some way. I don't like playing the same game just again. Like this game took Legacy of the Ancients and improved on it. The quests are, like, the people you talk to are a little more involved. The dungeons are the same, but they mixed up the creatures, making them a little tougher. They added silver coins for spells. They changed the mini games to improve your stats. I like all this. This is great. It's Legacy, but improved upon. And more of what Legacy was as well. The things that made it good, you get more of them here. For the Quest for Glory series, although I did not like the changes in combat very much, the combat in Quest for Glory 1, the EGA one, was perfect. I really liked it. Second one was good. It was better. Which means it's more perfect, which is a weird thing to say. And then you have the Quest for Glory 3, which was kind of like the first one, but not exactly like the first one. It felt a little weird. And the fourth one I didn't like very much. But I did like that they tried new things. I appreciated the attempt. Uh-oh. We can't open that door. Did I miss a door? I had to use the bathroom. I will be right back. And I forget what on earth led me to begin talking about this. Because Quest for Glory 5's combat was awful. For the little bit of it I did. It takes place in the same... I don't know the way to describe it. So in combat with... Well, I do know the way to describe it, kind of. If you haven't seen the Quest for Glories, they're very old role-playing point-and-click adventure games. So, like, you need objects to interact with other things. You speak with people to progress the story. I'm assuming you know what a point-and-click is. But there's also combat in the game that takes... When you enter combat with a creature, generally, it walks up to you, and if it touches you, you enter a different screen. It would be similar to, like, how in a Final Fantasy game, you go to a different screen when combat begins there. Only combat is real-time. So you have to, like, dodge enemy attacks and strike them when you can and so on. And you get, generally, some, like, you can search the bodies afterwards and get some loot, depending upon what it is you're fighting. I don't know why I'm talking. Oh, right. Okay. And for Quest for Glory 5, however, there was no other screen that it went to. All the combat took place on the same screen. And that might not have been a concern if it wasn't for the fact that the further away from you are from the screen, the camera, effectively, the harder it was to see where you are. And what you're, like, how to move around enemies and so on. It was very... very weird, that one. Now, to be fair, I did not play it... I'm going the same exact direction I went in earlier, but I want to double check that I didn't miss any chests or what have you. And we can't go in this place, right? Use Iron Key. Oh, Iron Key was used there. Okay. That's a bit awkward. Sorry, guys. Anyway... I have never played the 5th game beyond the first few minutes of it. Maybe like 20 minutes. And getting involved in a tiny bit of combat. So that would be blind. The vast majority of that game if I was to play it. Then once again, I would feel compelled to play the first games again. First 4. We fought for that treasure chest. We'll kill this guard as well. Okay, let us use another life elixir. That's 3 of them. I remember it being about 4 that I would use whenever I figure out this place. A quartz key. We have 2 doors this might be used in. I think it's probably used for the elf. 950 gold. Holy crap. But as you've seen the people in here, they kind of want a lot of money. This was all a dead end up there, Tim. No, this is a dead end down here. Wrong. This is, we go this way to the right. Anyway, so for the Space Quest games, I kind of want an excuse to play through them, and I wouldn't mind recording them. I had beaten the first 3 which I think I talked about this already on this playthrough. I apologize if I'm repeating myself. I'm an old man. I'm allowed to do it. But you're probably all young guys, so you don't have to put up with it. I apologize. But I beat the first 3 of them an age ago. I have fond memories of the third. The third Space Quest, I believe, was the first PC game that I played. I'm pretty sure it was. And then it was Heroes Quest 1. Then it was Pool of Radiance, and so on. It was one of the first games my father brought back home. When he had brought... Oh, where am I going, Tim? You're going this way. When I had, when he had worked for ATV Bell Laboratories. Uh-oh. You have gone the wrong way. Have we? I don't think so. We have. But I missed the chest. Holy crap. This could be something really important. It is arguably something really important. We don't need another silver coin in so much that you can technically beat the game without using coins, the silver coins, but I'll be super glad to have it. How did I miss the elf door? Was it this way? Anyway, so I thought it'd be fun to play that series. Each one of them would probably be anywhere from 2 to 3 videos. At least the first 3. I have a decent memory of those. After that, though, it'd probably be closer to like 7 or so, because I've never gotten very far in 4. And I never played anyone beyond that. Alright, let's talk with the elf. We definitely don't want to use warp speed. I don't want to miss what he says. Avon the elf. Can I have your black and iron keys? Yes. Your quartz key will now open all doors. Would you rather take 500 gold from me or give me 2,500 gold? If we want to get further into his dialogue, I believe we have to give him gold. I've prepared a test. Would you rather rescue a royal princess or an elven baby? The baby. And I remember all these reasons. Holy crap. The princess is likely to have many people who will do such a task, while the baby will have far less. And you will likely be hired by the king to save the princess, while the baby likely is just someone asking you to do so, like the mother or something of the sort. Would you rather slay a marauding dragon or an incompetent baron? The dragon affects a few people. The baron's incompetence would affect the realm he is overseeing, so the baron. Would you rather give money to a hungry thief or a thirsty drunkard? A drunkard will just drink again. A hungry thief means he's probably stopped stealing. You are correct. A baby needs a champion. A princess has many. A dragon's foibles hurt only a few, unlike the mistakes of a baron. A hungry thief has stopped stealing, unlike a thirsty drunk. I remember the very final one was the only one when I was really young, back in the 80s, that I hesitated at because I couldn't decide which one it was, and decided the thief must have stopped if he's hungry. Now, I can think of other reasons why the dragon would be more important than a baron. Depends upon what the baron's incompetent at. Or you could end up in a situation where the dragon's more important, in such a situation as the Dragon Slayer movie, where the dragon's much more important to defeat. Anyway, but I remember the answers. Your answers reveal a certain wisdom. I have chanced upon this signet ring, which I turn over to your capable hands. Good luck. Remember that Several told us there was a special ring here that we needed. He wasn't sure why we needed it, but we did require it. I think it's used in 2 places. This level of the castle will be 1, and then there's another later, obviously. If it's also not in this castle. I'm pretty sure that's pretty sure there's 2 separate places it's used in. But we came here for that staff, and we haven't found it yet. We've cleared out all the other places here, so we only have this location left. Let's use the quartz key. Now, he didn't say all doors, but he means all doors in this place, the castle. We walked in here with 1,000 something, if I recall correctly, so this is not going to be as profitable as a dungeon was for us. In fact, we may lose money here in the long run. Those guards south aren't very intelligent. The torch is blocking them. Okay, gotta do this kind of quickly, Tim. Another guard coming. By the way, viewer, I do not know exactly what the percentages are, or how I know, obviously, an increased dexterity makes you hit more often, enemies miss more often, but I do not know exactly what percentages that would translate into. The same for endurance and strength. I know you want more of them because the odds the damage increases, or you take less damage, and wisdom obviously affects your spell casting, allowing you to fizzle your spells far less. But I do not know exactly what the percentages are. I'm saying this because we did Trap Shoot, and I played a little more Trist. But we might have been fine with the numbers that we had. I don't know how much more benefit the 4 more dexterity gives me. And here is Mantric. Unlike the other folks who are standing, and we see a side view of him, we see the top-down view of him here in his throne. That's his crown, and then he's sitting here in it. Can we just walk up and speak with him? Do we have to kill that last guard? Speak to Lord Mantric. Spare me, and I shall give you the staff. Now, I have never said no. I do not know what happens if you say no. I am guessing that he kills you with the staff if you say no. So we are going to say yes. He teleports us to this room, and here there is a single chest that contains the staff. Now, this staff is not a weapon that we can wield. It is a special item. Stroke signet ring, no effect. Okay, so let us. Oh, maybe you. Okay, well let's try the ring. Ah, okay, I am wrong. The ring is not used here. I thought the ring was used here in the teleport to allow us to leave. The rainbow password does not work on this teleport either, but the staff should. And Mandrake is now gone. We'll kill his final guard. All right. Second floor of the castle cleared out. I guess the elf and the loon will have to clean up all the dead bodies at some point. Actually, they just disintegrate, so it's fine. Just be rather quiet for them for a little bit. Ah, the good old teleport sound. I forgot it makes that sound. If ever I'm bored, I may off-screen come back here and speak with the loon and the elf again and see if they'd say anything else. I won't come back here, though, until we have ranged weapons, so I don't have to cast spells anymore. Okay, look at this. So let's go ahead and step on one of these. Okay, that's what happens. All right, you step on the wrong tile, it shuts the entryway to the south immediately. And it flashes all the different colors. Man, that would suck the very first time. Right, first time you're there. Because, man, then you gotta leave and come back in if you mess that up. And then all the guards have respawned. So you have to fight through all... Well, is that right? My first time, I mean, you're here to actually take the teleporter, I suppose. Or try the teleporter. You could wait around for some amount of time, come back and try it again, and wait for the guards to de-aggro. I don't think the fool has anything else to tell us, but we'll speak with him one more time. Our friendship was shallow, since I'm not too deep. I will soon forget you, but this loot I will keep. At least he's honest. Not much I can say. I suppose we won't see him. Darn it, I wanted to rhyme it and I can't. Oh, well, I may have messed that up too. Well, not batting 1,000 a day. And I saw all the guards are active, so we're going to have to fight our way out of the castle too. Okay. Oh, let's do that. So let's use the quartz key. Now, our lighter vapors do not work down here. Oh, wow. Nice, though. You can kill a guard per swing. So these guards are wearing, I guess, worse armor compared to the guards upstairs. Works for me. If we roll well, we will kill them per single hit. Since we're leaving, we might as well grab... I need the treasure chest to have respawned on the way out. Alright, they have at least... At most 45 hit points, it will look like. Unless they have random hit points. Oh, hold on. No, the lighter vapors are still in effect. Interesting. I thought it expired. Obviously, by my statement that it wouldn't work anymore. You'd think they would have put the better guards downstairs. We would have had a much harder time going through the dungeon, going through the citadel if the tougher guards were down here at the start. But I'm glad they don't tend to do stuff like that. The evil lords or, you know, hold on. Barrett Mantrek has never struck me as being evil. But he just bought the staff on the black market, and we showed up there, killed all those guards, talk with the people who are possibly imprisoned, or maybe not, his guests, take all his money in order to get the staff back. I don't know if we're the hero. I mean, we are the hero. As you'll see, like, there won't be any doubt that we are indeed the good guy. But I don't know if Mantrek deserved this. Okay. Castle completed. Alright, I'm going to make a save state here. You guys won't save state, a snapshot. So if I do this, and I say Citadel complete. There we go. Technically, I don't have to save the game ever again. I can just use save states from now on. But I will go ahead and still save the game occasionally. Climbing gear. I'm still so impressed every time I play one of these older games with the amount that they did with what they had back then. It is simply amazing to me. Like, the continents, the different towns, the sound effects, the way the dungeons work, The mini games, it's incredible to me. Especially given the amount of space and memory that they worked with back then. Like, they use, I'm pretty sure this was written in BASIC. Like, holy freaking crap. Well, I think that and some machine language as well. We're going to go here to heal and repurchase any life elixirs, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be leveled when we go back and talk with several. Let's offer 230. He wants 171. We don't need the archives open. Crystal ring glows. We definitely want to repurchase the life elixirs that we used. How many did we use? 3 or 4? Or was it 5? We used 3. Okay, not bad. New record for me, I suppose. Buy them now. I think the new hit point total we're going to have is, I think it's 800. Okay, we'll go to Bad Axe and rebuy any of the spells that we used. Two Enzod Warriors. You're not always friendly, deep sea divers. Are you friendly today? I don't need this. It's not a good deal, but I want to encourage you guys to keep, selling food in the mountains. There you go. Sometimes you just gotta reward the entrepreneur. It's like when the Girl Scouts come around knocking my neighborhood to sell cookies. Of course I'm going to buy them. Okay. Smash and bash weapons. Leaded clubs are showing up now. Better than normal clubs, better than swords, but we don't need them. Not a shoddy club. They're not better than superb swords. We already have superb chainmail. I think we will sell our... No, not here. We want to sell that over... Oh! I'm going to buy the superb chainmail, another suit of it. Now that is going to be 312. Was that how much it cost me? I think it was 312. I have to keep that in mind when it comes to rebuying spells, because I want to see how much profit we made. I can already tell we lost money doing the castle. That's food and water. We don't need any of that. You're the bank. How are we doing in the bank? How's our account? 8,000 bucks. Not bad. Take all of it, spend it all in one spin of Dragon Wheel. With save states, I could do that, but nah, we're not going to do that sort of thing. All right, I think we used 2 glow tips. Hold on. Let's take a look at our inventory again. We used 3 glow tips and 2 armor chance. So, glow tip, 3 repurchased. Armor chance, 2 repurchased. We are down. Wow, 37 tongues of flame. Really? Yeah, I think we had 50, didn't we? Oh, wow. We do not have enough money to repurchase all the... 3 lightning bolts. We have enough for 3 lightning bolts. We didn't use very many of them. Okay. If we consider that we just bought another set of superb chainmail, we lost money during that raid. We lost about 400 bucks all told. Now, let's go back and see if our raft is by the Citadel. I should have gone to Hawk Temple, not Owl Temple. And we'll talk with both the Seeker? Sloam. Sloam, how are you? Brain spate. I'll kill you too. You're never going to be friendly. We go around this way, right? I don't think so. Riverbend is not here, is it? Bantog? Might as well kill you now. We don't need glow tips for the above-world creatures, at least not yet. We don't stop by Riverbend. So, I remember in Legacy that whenever you stop by Eagle Hollow, the rafts you purchased there were gone when you returned. Like, don't we... Okay, and our raft is, in fact, still here. Good. 2 Night Howls. These weren't so tough the last time. I don't know, once again, if I want to use a giant face for food. That's just so strange. This is too weird for me. This side 4. And we do not have enough money to open up the archives. We just don't have 500 bucks. But we're here for the Seeker. Here's our statistics. I think it's going to be our strength again. We're currently at 27 strength. It's either going to be strength or charisma. I think that he levels up. Hello, Mr. Seeker. I have returned. Come with the sign of the hawk. My life destiny is over. Perhaps we will meet in another plane. For now, check your attributes to see my gift. It was charisma. We earned 5 points of charisma. 25. All right, not bad. Are the spells cheaper? And there's nothing else here we need. Oh, we should have talked with the magician, I suppose, to improve our spells. But we won't do so at the moment. I want to go back to Bad Axe and check the cost of the spells there. I want to see if our charisma... Are you guys friendly today? You're almost never friendly. Unknown creature. Bone worm. Let's slaughter it. I don't think our charisma impacts the cost of things besides food and how much money we get for selling weapons and armor. But I'm not sure. So let's check. If I see the spells are cheaper, I will make the assumption that that also would go the same for weapons and armor. All right, let's find out. It is cheaper. Okay, not much cheaper, but it is cheaper. Okay, so our charisma does affect the prices of everything in the game world. Okay, that's good to know. Okay, so let's... What do I have? Let's swing past Crystal Summit. Hello, Tingler. You. We'll sell our weapons. The shoddy, whatchamacallit there, and the shoddy broadaxe can be sold there. We'll sell the good chainmail there. And then we'll go to the castle. We'll talk with Several and the prince. And that will end our episode. Got quite a lot done today. Crystal Summit is down here, Tim. Next episode, we're going to be doing some town hopping, as we want to see if even better armor and weapons show up before we do what is our next task, which will be given to us by the prince, if I recall correctly. Oh, we could try selling our weapons and armor to that guy. How's our bank? How's our account? $8,400. Plenty of money. Food and water. We'll buy 60 more days of food. Oh, how expensive is food, by the way? Oh, still 0.8. Okay, so our charisma did not lower that anymore. It was 0.8 before, not 0.9, I think. Then again, this is Crystal Summit. They're the most expensive place, so maybe it was more expensive here. This is the vase place. We don't need to go there. Now, Crystal Summit has better weapons or armor. We're not probably going to be able to afford it here. Oh, the bank's right there. We could. Superb sword. Okay, we don't need that. If I was to sell you our shoddy broadaxe, it's just faster, viewer. We're just going to sell the weapons and armor to the merchants. Classic arms, armor. What do you have for weapons? Great chainmail. We have good to sell you. Oh, 1,000 gold. Nice and even. Okay, now to the king. The king, the castle. Okay, back to Crystal Summit. We will totally sell that good broadaxe that thing had there for a few hundred gold. I am not above doing this. Once again, it's just faster, viewer, than to do the buyback shops. If these were later game weapons, maybe I would use the buyback shops, and our charisma was a little higher. We could earn maybe an extra, like, 100 gold, maybe, from the buyback shops. I love... Hey, bub. Cereval wants to see you. Yep. I know he does. It's time for us to level up. Guess that orb lets him spy on what we're doing now. If we didn't have any money in the bank, maybe I would do the buyback shops. Maybe. Possibly. But still probably not. Because someone gives you quite a bit of a good amount of cash for that stuff. I'm sorry. You're in the middle of a swamp of sorrow? What are you doing here? I will buy a healing potion. Sand sweep. Let's sweep the floor with it. Right, not too dodgy. Are you against our totally legitimately earned 34 dexterity now? I will always tell you, viewer, when I use cheats to do something, by the way. This way you guys know if, like, what is or is not possible, or easier, what have you, to do. We would have been fine with a dex of 30, I think, all things considered. But there was another reason why I wanted to go back there and improve our dex. One more reason, which I think we're going to find out very, very soon. These episodes, by the way, are getting really long. This is going to be like an hour and a half, another hour and a half episode. Okay, let's go and talk with Cereval. It's a great name for a wizard, by the way. I'm going to have to use that. Use our gold key. It's a pink castle, but the walls are red. Oh, I don't remember what the walls were out in the foyer. It's been longer than 10 seconds. I have the memory of a goldfish for that sort of thing. Serverall. Cereval. Sorry, Cereval. How are you, sir? I don't want to warp speed. Talk about the Prince or Cereval. Greetings from the Wizard Cereval. Because of your victories, I promote thee to warrior. You're a smart warrior, plus 5 intelligence. Plus, oh, look at that, viewer. That's interesting. The prince requests an audience. We got plus 1 dexterity. That tells me that the game, if we had a 30 dex, I'm pretty sure the game was going to level our dex to 35 at that point. I wonder if we had a dexterity of like 29, would we have earned plus 6 dexterity? Because it feels like the game's making sure I have a minimum stat allotment going forward at this point. Okay. I don't feel so bad then about cheating, because we would have earned those points after the Citadel. It probably saved us about 500 gold. Probably saved us about 2 life elixirs. Maybe a third. And I assumed he wanted us to talk with the prince, so that's I ran right over here. You found the staff! Thank you! Words cannot express my gratitude. I hope you accept these 3 silver coins as a small symbol of my thanks. I hope and pray that the following news is actually good. My father has been located. Taragas imprisoned him deep in the Marthbane tunnels. In return for your help, I give you these 2 emeralds and 2 silver coins. I know I can count on you. Wow, we got 5 silver coins and 2 emerald gems. Those will be used in Hawk Temple. The Marthbane Tunnels is the next dungeon that we're going to be going to, so we should prep for that. I don't think Cereval has anything else to tell us, but we'll speak with him one more time on our way out. I have nothing else to tell you. Fair enough, Cereval. Thank you. Straight to the point. Unlike me. I like that. Very good. So the Marthbane Tunnels are going to be the first dungeon we will be in where we will encounter the deep dungeon creatures. So we're going to want to make sure we actually have a repertoire of spells beyond the ones we've been using so far. We will want a few annihilates when we walk down there. Probably at least 5. That's expensive. That's 2,000 gold for that, which means we have a bit of work to do. So off screen, I may go back to Taragas' mines between now and the next episode to farm up a little more cash. And by probably, I mean I am most likely going to do it. Once again, I mentioned this only because I want you guys to know, well, once again, I always want to tell you, viewers, what exactly I have done off screen. I don't think you guys will mind if I do that again off screen. The only difference between these two things is we have, the last time I went there and now, is we have better dex and endurance. So I'll take less damage and hit a little more often. Alright guys, so then I will stop here. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching, and take care everyone.